My childhood first love cheated on me and now is contacting me over 30 years later, and I'm surprised at how I feel. I met Julie when we were both 8 years old. We initially went on a lot of play dates and to each other's birthday parties because our moms, and subsequently our dads, got along really well. Her dad was rich, a president of a technology company. My dad was upper middle class and not hurting for money himself. At this point, Julie had long brown hair. She had these big pale blue eyes that would blast me in my stomach every time our eyes met. My little self had no idea what was going on. In middle school, we were both goth/emo kids and outcasts, R.I.P. Ian Curtis. She had short black hair and was kind of pudgy. I was 6 feet tall skinny guy. I mowed lawns all summer and saved up some money. I bought her a ceramic unicorn when I asked her to go steady with me. I was sure she'd say yes, and she did. Around the end of 7th grade, she decided she wanted to change her style and told me that she was going to change her social circle. She made it clear that I would need to evolve with her or be left behind. So I changed too. By the end of our sophomore year in high school, she had a major glow up. She was physically very fit from swimming. She had grown her hair long and dyed it blonde. I had a glow up myself from orthodontics, lifting weights with the football team, and running track and field. I think I could have played football, but Julie thought that only idiots played football, and I didn't feel strongly about it either way. Julie had guys after her, but she was loyal, or so I thought. She was publicly loyal at least. I later learned that she was going to second base with guys from other schools at house parties, but this was in the future and I was oblivious at the time. I had girls after me too, but Julie would run them off. She'd give them a subtle warning to begin with, and then she'd pretty much eviscerate them socially if they didn't back off. One girl got messed with so bad that she didn't come back to school. I still don't know the details of that. I didn't really want any of them because, quite frankly, Julie was way better looking, and she knew it. The first major trouble I had with her was at senior prom. I was coming out of the restroom and some girls came up to me saying, "I'm so sorry, and what are you going to do?" I asked them what they meant and they told me Julie had slow danced with another guy and kissed him on the dance floor. I confronted her about it and she convinced me it was non-consensual. I started to go look for the guy to beat the piss out of him, but she pulled me back and told me that we were going to leave to go to a hotel. She had arranged a fancy hotel reservation and she told me we were going to go all the way that night. We did. I can verify that she was a virgin when we did it, and so was I. We graduated and went to the same college. I majored in computer science and she majored in art history. I would make fun of her for it. I won a lottery to get a sought-after dorm room. It was a little bigger than a normal dorm room, but what made it so sought after was that it had its own small private bathroom. Julie, of course, lived in a fancy condo very near campus. She insisted on buying brand new hardwood furniture for my room. She got me a fancy desk chair that was surplus from her dad's office, Herman Miller. Damn, I miss that chair. She had always bought clothes for me even though I told her not to. I bought her little gifts too. 3rd year in college, I was studying in the library. I got a call from a friend telling me that he was sorry that Julie and I had broken up and asked me if I wanted to come to a party and that there'd be girls there. I was like, whoa, what the F are you talking about? He told me he saw Julie with some guy at a party making out heavily, second base remember? And that she pulled him out of the party to her car. My friend asked Julie what about op and she told him we were broken up. We hung up and I took a chance and went to Julie's condo to get to the bottom of it all. I had a key. I went in and loud music was playing. I went back to the bedroom and there they were. The thing that still sticks with me this day was the fact that she had his shirt over his head and her lipstick was smeared on his chest. I yelled WTF? And she stared up at me with a goofy look on her dumb drunken face. I grabbed the nearest breakable thing, which turned out to be the ceramic unicorn I got her, and I whipped it at her makeup table, smashing it. I yelled, "F you, Julie, we are done," and stormed out of there with her calling after me. The next day she called and was apologetic but explained that she wanted to tell me that we were on a break and it's okay. I didn't know what on a break meant and I thought it meant the same thing as broken up, so I was like, "No, we're on a break," and hung up on her. She started dating this guy, who had a reputation as a F-boy. They were apparently in an open relationship and she bought clothes and stuff for him like she did me, and she was seen with other guys but again with him. I was basically eating my heart out and trying to get the best grades possible. I went out but I didn't have any girlfriends. I just partied occasionally. To cope, I got rid of everything that reminded me of her. I donated all of the furniture and replaced it with thrift store particle board crap. I had to start dressing in thrift store clothes too because I got rid of all the clothes she bought me. It was about half of my wardrobe. I deleted all our photos and threw them away. I told my parents what had happened and they and Julie's parents wisely stayed out of it. I told my parents and friends not to talk about her with me. She was a figment of my imagination. This was when someone told me about her going to second base with guys at parties during high school. Approximately 9 months later, she broke up with him. The rumor was that he had intimacy with a girl in front of a bunch of people in public at a party. She was embarrassed and dumped him. She came to me not long after. It was unexpected to me. When I opened the door, there she was, looking very beautiful with a bright smile on her face and a glued-together unicorn in her hands. I was stunned as she walked in. I totally did not expect her. She asked if I had gotten robbed. All of the stuff she bought me was gone. I told her that if she wanted the furniture she better go to Goodwill and get it quick. She looked hurt. She showed me the unicorn like it was a metaphor for a repaired relationship. I told her it looked like and we were broken up. She explained what on a break meant. I told her IDGAF were broken up. She started crying but I told her to leave. She would then show up at my classes and try to convince me that we were soulmates who were destined to be together. I told her that soulmates don't have intimacy other dudes. She told our mutual friends and they started pressuring me to get back with her because she's inconsolable. She sent me notes and letters. Trash. She sent me flowers and candy like I was some insulted 1950s housewife. Trash. Just being around her hurt me physically, so I transferred out at the end of the semester, ghosting her. I probably should have made other arrangements because I had to go to school 2 more years because a bunch of credits didn't transfer. At the new school I was signed up for a bunch of classes I already took and ended up barely passing them because I was in my bed all the time. My roommate, not a friend at the time, just assigned to the same dorm room, got annoyed that I was always there and a little worried at my attitude, so he called the campus police on me. I didn't get in trouble, but I did have to go see a counselor who told me I was having a major depressive episode and PTSD and that Julie had some kind of personality disorder or was a sociopath who had groomed me and manipulated me into dependence on her. I don't know if that's all true, but the Zoloft sure helped. I heard that Julie came looking for me at my parents' home. She kept asking them where I was and if she could contact me. They kept telling her no, but she got more and more belligerent and hysterical with them until Julie's parents told her to stop or they would institutionalize her. I graduated, got a job. Got transferred to Singapore, where I met my now wife. That's a whole other story. I was a passport bro before there were passport brothers apparently. I was 35 when we got married and she was 26. We moved back to the USA and had 3 kids. We're doing great. Fast forward to yesterday. I only use Facebook to occasionally upload family pictures but mostly post amusing stuff that comes out of my head. For example, I found an entire bowl of cereal in the sink today, so I guess we're Bezos rich now. I got a Facebook message from Julie. It had a photo of the unicorn and in it she apologized for what she did and for hurting me and that she will never get over me. I didn't write back. I would never insult my wife like that. I blocked Julie. But what surprised me was my reaction to it. Blinding. Rage. I punched the wall, denting the sheetrock, and I was so mad that tears came down my face, gritting my teeth. Major headache. I swear, if Julie were there in front of me, I would have curb stomped her into the death penalty. I'm not a violent guy. I really am not. I lied to my wife and told her I had to work late and I went on a long vigorous walk downtown to get my mind off of it. I couldn't go home like this. Later, I am calm and feel nothing, but my reaction puzzles me. Isn't the opposite of love indifference? I just don't understand how that happened. I guess the solution is more therapy and Zoloft?